Good morning. Welcome to Thursday. The week is almost done, you guys. I think like at least twice this week, either I've said it or somebody else has said it, is this week over yet? Yesterday was really rough energy. But it's like the pressure cooker kind of popped, It wasn't even like a slow release. It was like, boom, here you go. That sort of happened yesterday, and today we're like picking up the aftermath. The moon is void in Capricorn. It moves into Aquarius this afternoon. I've also decided that I'm going to do the one question readings today and tomorrow. So if you want to get a reading done, if you want to have it done, like get an answer really fast, I'm going to send out the videos this afternoon and then probably tomorrow morning. It'll be like around 2 o'clock this afternoon that I do them. I was going to do a live, but I don't want to deal with the weirdos right now, to be quite honest. And I mean, it's nice to have a video sent. It's like a $10 or 10-minute video, not $10, sorry, 10 minutes. It's $30, one question if you want to do that. I've never done that before. I've never done this before, like offered it the same day. So it's kind of cool. I just had a little bit of extra time this afternoon to do that. So Jupiter is sextile Neptune today. That's one of the reasons why things feel a little bit better. The moon moving into Aquarius, things feel a little bit better. But it does feel like we're sort of cleaning up after some things, right, this week. And allowing yourself to really look deeply at what's happening, right? Like this Mercury retrograde has been very eye-opening for me in a lot of ways. And it's kind of on brand for me to be doing the self-alignment, the not judging yourself and learning self-care on Saturday, that workshop. If you haven't signed up for that workshop yet, it's going to be a doozy. It's going to be really, really good because all of the things that I've been learning, and I mean, it was kind of an onslaught of stuff that, I always say, I sort of remaster what I'm teaching right before I teach it. And here we are. And I'm really having to master the content before I teach it on Saturday. So it's going to be a really good one. Please join me for that. If you can't come to the live, it will be recorded and sent out directly after that. I think that right now, a lot of us are sitting in an unknown space, and we have to understand that it's okay to be sitting in an unknown space, that you can't always have all of the answers right in that moment. And if a Virgo is telling you that you can't have all the answers and it's okay to sit in an unknown space, then it's got to be true, right? Because we have the hardest time. Virgos have the hardest time sitting in an unknown space. We always have to have all the answers. And this Aquarius moon is probably going to bring some things to light. We have the Pisces new moon on Sunday. I will be offering the new moon ritual to the public from here on. If it's not a new moon or a full moon ritual, it'll have to be through subscription. And I'm getting all of that stuff set up right now. But I'm doing the meditation strictly like by subscription from here on out. But I will offer the new moon ritual, which is happening on Sunday. I'll have that available tomorrow to get registered for. But if you are sitting in an unknown space right now, that Pisces new moon is going to help cleanse a lot of the unknown. Don't beat yourself up so much when things don't seem clear and things don't seem like you'll ever get the answers. Just don't beat yourself up so much. Now's not the time to do that. Now's the time to figure out what you want to do. See what I mean? 5 of Swords was like the first one that came out. That's really funny. Think about what it is that you want to accomplish after the retrograde's over. And let this, we talked about how emotional this retrograde was going to be, and that there's going to be a lot of internal work. And it's amazing when you do, it's amazing when you do the internal work and the external sort of starts to shift as you do the internal work. That's the biggest thing that I've noticed for myself during the shadow period and in the last week. Some of us are really struggling with the idea that we're on our own. Some of us are really struggling with the idea that some of us are struggling and thinking that we're on our own. And here's the thing, you guys. So I'll show you these cards, but the Five of Swords and the Five of Wands are the first two cards that came out. As I was talking about the internal struggle going to the external struggle. And that's exactly what that is. That Five of Swords, this is the internal struggle that's happening. And I mean, I can tell everybody until I'm blue. I can tell myself. I can look at myself in the mirror until I'm blue in the face and say, your mind is playing tricks on you. It's making you think that your outside world is much worse than it actually is. And if there are struggles and things going on in your outside world, you're really not alone. Nine of Pentacles, you have to know that even if you are that independent and abundant person, you're actually not fully alone. Things are happening the way that they're supposed. I mean, like the star coming out, fate, destiny. Things are happening the way that they're supposed to. And the Two of Cups, and then here's the King of Wands again. So we have that fire energy out. You know, a lot of times when we're in the middle of that struggle, we don't want to burden other people. And then when you don't want to burden other people, it almost makes you be in that struggle, that inner struggle even more. Because the Five of Swords, you start lying to yourself and saying, you know, I don't want people to deal with me like this. I don't want people to handle me like this. I don't want this, 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 and this, ... Right? And with the Two of Cups and the King of Wands here, clearly you're not alone. And whether that Two of Cups is a relationship or whether it's a soulmate or whether it's a friend or whether it's a family member, the Two of Cups can mean a lot of things. And so it's almost as if the cards are saying you have to trust, even though your mind is in agony, you have to trust that things are working out, right? Okay, right. See, Three of Swords, the Five of Swords on the Three of Swords. There's a lot of healing that's going on, right? There's a lot of wounding and a lot of healing that's going on right now with that Three of Swords. And again, it's almost as if there's a fear of a past hurt returning. And it is Mercury retrograde. So if you've had exes shown up for you, you have exes showing up for you right now, that can be I mean, that could be a real struggle. So don't do that to yourself. Don't do the ex thing. I was listening to, what song was I listening to? Oh, Call Out My Name by The Weeknd. And I was like, you know, don't call out their name. Don't do any of that during Mercury retrograde. I mean, if you want to if you want to rehash all of that and bring it back out, you know, if that's something that you want to do, you can. So we have the Five of Wands and we have the King of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, and the Page of Wands. So we have three of the fives out here. Clearly there's a struggle going on, and it has to either do with, because the King of Pentacles is somebody who's extremely stable and grounded. But when he feels chaotic, that brings, because that Five of Wands, chaos, that'll bring the Five of Cups. And I don't know if a King of Pentacles said something or the King of Wands said, somebody said something. This Page of Wands is a messenger. There was some kind of news, you know, and it's creating the struggle. And the Five of Cups is that sadness and regret and longing and desiring. So is it a regret, or is it wishful thinking? Even that Five of Cups could even be wishful thinking. But here's the thing, though, is if the King of Pentacles, or whoever, the King of Pentacles or the King of Wands, in the Five of Cups mode, there's still two cups that are like still standing here, right? Two of Cups. I feel like somebody is either like just like, okay, so you know how I said that the pressure cooker kind of exploded yesterday? I feel like somebody was broken up with yesterday. Like that's the exact feeling that this is giving me. And it's like, but see, the thing is it had to happen. Either somebody had to be hurt in some way for this Two of Cups to show up. And maybe it wasn't yesterday that it happened, but it was almost like the culmination of everything that was happening was yesterday. Or even today. Like, I hate predicting breakups. That is not fun. But see, this is the thing, you guys. You have to let go of the regret and the sadness. And if this isn't like present time, if this isn't happening right now, like if maybe you were broken up with a long time ago or something hurt you a long time ago, those wounds are resurfacing right now. But it's happening because Mars is going to be squaring off with Chiron this weekend. And that is like all the wounds coming to the surface and everybody needing to like heal their shit like right now, you know? I mean, it's like this pressure, right? And so, and Chiron is like the old wounds, the ones that are really, really, really deep that we don't necessarily like to talk about, or, you know, the things that we haven't processed, but we need to process. That's what Chiron's doing. So if this is something that happened a while back and there's like a reminiscent of it coming back in, right? You have to understand that the reason why that wounding is coming back up again is so that you can see the beauty of either what's in front of you or what's coming to you. You're making space. All of this healing that's happening right now, you're making space. And the wounding, even if you're being wounded right now so that you can heal, it's to make space. So we have the Ace of Wands and the Hierophant and the Nine of Pentacles. And it feels like there's a leveling up. It feels like there's almost a spiritual leveling up from whatever, dare I call it, an opportunity that is resurfacing or it's showing itself, to show you that what you've created so far, right? This Nine of Pentacles. How is it that you've been independent and abundant all on your own? But easily, this energy can make you forget about that. You can easily forget about how far you've come. And maybe it's because of the way somebody used to speak with you or used to speak to you. Maybe it's because of the way somebody still does. Maybe somebody made you feel like you were less than who you were a long time ago, and that's all resurfacing now. And that's why we have the cosmic energies like we do. The star is saying it's supposed to, it's fated. And so whoever this reading is for, I just hope that you join us for the workshop on Saturday, because I think that learning how to not judge yourself during this time of having to heal will be huge for you. $44. And I say it that way because it's like, I would rather you do the workshop than get a reading from me. That's how much I believe in them. And that's how much I believe in it. Which is funny because somebody emailed me yesterday and asked, should I do the workshop or should I do the reading? And I was like, always, I will always tell you to do the workshops first. Always. Because that's how much I believe in them. Let's see what the star is. Yeah. And see, here's the thing is, no, it is somebody telling you that everything's going to be okay and you actually knowing that everything is going to be okay are two completely different beasts, you know? But that 6 of Wands on the star is saying everything's going to be okay. Everything's working out exactly the way that it's supposed to. And allowing yourself to see that and to see that you don't have to sit in the sorrowful, regretful part of anything that's going on, right? It's an illusion. The regret, the sadness, the hurt, the pain. It happened. It existed. It's gone. And the only thing that you're doing by sitting in it and not allowing yourself to process it and say, I am better for it, is hurting you. And you're not really seeing what, you're not really seeing the blessings. I would call this a very serious grooming period. You know how I talk about we're always being groomed for our manifestations? Yeah, okay. So I have the 2 of Swords on the 2 of Cups. And that makes a lot of sense because why would you want to be able to see the truth behind something so beautiful when you feel so miserable? And when I say that, I mean the truth behind something so beautiful could be one other person or it could be many other people. That 2 of Cups just represents the soulmates in your life, the people that you connect with, right? So you have to really be able to understand and see that it's not that the illusion is the fact that maybe you're just a little bit blinded to it, you know? So then we have the Devil and the Emperor on the King of Wands. You have to know that, man, as confident and brave and strong, maybe not confident, but as brave and strong as you can be, you cannot obsess over controlling things. Because some things are just meant to happen the way that they're supposed to happen. And it's really hard, man, it's really, really hard to wrap your mind around that. Because then you're just like, but that's really, I mean, like, why is it that, God's this amazing person or this abundant person, and yet we have famine and war and hate crimes and like all the horrible things, right? That go on every single day. And people are like, and we're supposed to be happy with that? No, you're not supposed to be happy with any of the bad stuff. Of course not. But that doesn't mean it's not going to happen. You could learn, you could choose to look at it in a different way. You could choose to look at it as that great opportunity that's bringing you healing and bringing you to a place. You don't have to be miserable within the misery. Right? And what's really interesting is it doesn't matter. Like, I can say that to you. I can say all of this stuff to you every single day and tell you that it's going to be okay. But until you actually believe it for yourself, it doesn't matter. The words that come out of my mouth are like nothing, right? So that's why I want to give you the tools to be able to do that for yourself. So again, if you would like to do the workshop on Saturday, if you can't make the live, you can get the replay. Also, I'm going to be doing 1-question readings today. They're only $30 for a 10-minute video. And I will be sending 5 out later this afternoon, and I'll be doing 5 tomorrow. So if you would like to get on that list, the information is directly in the description box below. And I'll actually put, I'll put the link to order those readings in the comments. I'll put it I'll pin the comment to the top so you can order the 1-question reading there. And I will email you after I receive your order and let you know whether you're going to get it today or tomorrow. So you're not sitting here like waiting like, oh my God, right? So I love you guys. Have a wonderful day and try not to be so hard on yourself, and take good care. I will see you tomorrow morning. Bye.